Hi, I'm here on the loosest bench. I'm in the hospital on the second day, and it's about quarter to 11. And this is probably the best I felt in the last 2 days. I spent the whole 2 days sleeping and going to the bathroom and walking. I did a lot of walking, not too much today, did a lot yesterday. Didn't feel too good today. Today was, I thought last night that this is this is what I have to go through. It's a breeze, but today was not as nice. Um, but it still was a lot less pain than I thought I would have. Didn't have much gas at all. Really didn't have any gas, but a lot of discomfort. And I'll when I get home, I will tape a better description of what happened. But right now, my brain is a jumble with the codeine. I can't think that well. Um, I did have water and 2 ounces of broth. Don't want to eat. Don't want to drink. Just want to sleep. I want to thank everybody who will give you wishes. I haven't answered them yet. I'm gonna try and answer them tonight. Just didn't have the energy the last couple of days to even do anything. I watched videos and fell asleep toward the end and had to pick it up again so I can what I missed. So I had to watch videos in 2 parts, but I still watch most of them. I have about 3 or 4 more to look at. But once again, thank you for everyone who commented and wished me well. Um, I will see you guys in a couple of days. Bye. Hi, this is the new Jackie 33, and I am on the other side of the surgery. Let me give you my stats. I got stats. At my highest weight in September was 254. At the time of surgery, I was 236.4 for a loss of 17.6 pounds. And as of today, which is Friday, the 12th, I am 234.6 for a loss of 1.8 pounds, total loss of 19.4 pounds. I'm loving that. This is great. I'm going to talk to you about the hospital. You saw a little bit before, but let me give you my liquid diet overview. OptiFast diet was not pleasant. It wasn't that it wasn't doable and it wasn't tasty. The shakes were pretty good, but it was boring, unsatisfying. I didn't want to do it, but it was necessary. And my goal was to lose 10 pounds. I lost 9.4 pounds, 9.6 pounds. Close enough to 10. I was good with that. But it was not the best time. I cooked all my husband's meals, even though I was sick. Even though I was on this diet, I didn't want him to feel that because of my choices, I was taking away his joy of eating. Every Saturday I would make steak and onions, and when I make the onions and steak, I would leave the room. I wouldn't even eat with him. I would just put it on his plate and leave. And then one day I made homemade lasagna. I dropped the mic. I was gone. I didn't even cut it. I didn't even put it in the plate. I was just out. I didn't even want to deal with it. And it wasn't that I was even hungry. After a while, you're not hungry. It's all in your head. But you still want to taste it. And that's kind of a strange thing to admit, that you're not hungry, but you still want to eat. I was supposed to have taken on this diet 5 shakes and 1 soup, but I couldn't do it. I ended up doing 3 shakes and 1 soup. And I pretty much did not cheat. I had 3 nights, I had a mouthful of meat, just like I chew something. But this is the first time in my life that I did not cheat on a diet. I knew the importance of not cheating. I didn't want to get to the surgery. They go in, saw my fatty liver, close me up, and tell me we're done for another 2 to 3 months. It was just way too important to me. So I make sure I stayed on the up and up. Now, I did talk to my doctor, and she said she could tell my liver was, that I didn't cheat. My liver had very little fat on it. And I said, oh, my liver was anorexic. I just hope I don't get that way. But if I had a skinny liver, hopefully I'll be skinny right behind my liver soon. And she just laughed. But she could tell that, she said, she clearly could tell that I did not cheat. Now, let's talk about the hospital. We were supposed to be there at 6:30, and we got there like 6, I'm sorry, supposed to get there at 5:30. And I got there at 5:25, and I'm walking in and I'm looking around and feeling like I want to panic. And my daughter said to me, why are you just looking around? I was like a deer in headlights. I was just like, this is going to be, you know, a new day. And so we sit down, and there's lots of people in the room, lots of families, and it's 5:30 in the morning. And all these families are there for their surgery too. So they could call my name, and it's time to go back to my the cubicle to get me ready for the surgery. And I walk out with the nurse by myself, and it was like dead man walking. And I'm walking, not slowly, but just, I am panicking. And I go, and they weigh me in, and then they give me a shot in my stomach, and they tell me a nurse will be in to prep me for the surgery. That was a bit much. I always wondered why I didn't get that bottle of liquid that everybody takes a bath in before they got to the surgery. They do that there. First, in the nurse, she comes in with 2 bundles that's tied, and she puts on her gloves, and she says, I'm going to wash you down, and this is going to be cold. And she puts this cloth on my stomach, and she proceeds to scrub the whole area. Then she cuts open the first bundle. It has another set of gloves, and she said there was special sterile gloves that she couldn't even touch with her fingers. So she put them on, and then she gets this sponge and this abrasive liquid on it, and she scrubs and she scrubs and she wipes and she rubs down. And then when that's all done, she opens the other bundle, and it has some other liquids on a cloth, and she rubs me down with that. And then when that's all done and all clean, she covers me with a sterile cloth, and then covers the whole thing, and she's done. It was a process. After that, my family came in, the surgeons came in, the anesthesiologist came in, pronounced that wrong, and hooked me up to IV, and we said our goodbyes. I signed my forms, they told me what I had to do, and at that, I don't remember. I think they must have put me under it in that little cubicle area, because I don't remember going to the operating room. Next thing I remember was in my room, but I had to remind me that wasn't the next thing that happened. What had really happened was they actually walked me from the operating room to my room. Nurses held me up. I was drugged. I was out of it, and they walked me to the room, and they asked me did I want to go to the bathroom. Now this is going to be a little TMI. Tell you up front. And I got to the bathroom, and I couldn't go. So I got back to bed, and there's nurses all around me. Lots of voices. I don't know how many. Just heard lots of voices. And they sent my family out. And they said they used this bladder monitor. Like when you're having a baby, I forgot what it's called. It'll come to me later. And they checked, and they said there's liquid in my bladder, and they were going to put a catheter in. Now, I'm halfway out of it. I don't remember anything. I'm just barely there. They said my sphincter shut down. I remember hearing them say that. They put the catheter in. I have people walking, touching all my lady parts. I don't even want to think about what they were doing. At the time, it didn't hurt because I was just out. But it scares me to know what they were doing. But they got the liquid out, and I covered me up, put me to bed. My family came back in, and I spent the rest of the day sleeping. and looking at my family real quick, sleeping, look at my family. At 3 o'clock, they made me get up and walk. The surgery lasted 2 hours, and I was recuperating for about another hour and a half, 2 hours. So at 3 o'clock, I got up and I walked around, and then back to sleep. I was back out of it. I stayed sedated with morphine IV. After a while, I had to kick my family out. They didn't want to leave. My mom, my husband, and my daughter. I said, you guys got to go. You're just watching me sleep, you know. So they finally said, okay, if you walk one more time, I'll leave. So I walked at 7 o'clock. They left. Within a minute, my girlfriend came in. My sister friend came in, and with her family, I was able to talk, so I was comfortable. I wasn't in a lot of pain, and they left, and I noticed my IV was leaking, so they had to go and put another, find another vein. That's always fun. I went walking at 10, at 1:30, and at 5:30, and the pain wasn't bad at all. I remember thinking, if this is the worst it's going to be, I'm going to breeze through this thing. It's not going to be nothing. The only time I had pain was when I went to the bathroom. Every 1.5 to 2 hours, I had to go to the bathroom. And there was one incision on my right side that was really giving me a hard time. And the day I left, that the doctor told me, Dr. Halbert told me that's where she did most of her work. And she actually had a stitch in there, and that's why it hurt so much. But that was like sometimes that went from a level of pain 8, where most of the time I stayed at level 4 and 5, controllable. It was really controllable. Let's see. Look at my notes. I remember at my 1:30 walk, I talked to the nurse. He said, "Oh, you're walking. You don't have a lot of pain." I went, "No, not much gas." He said, "You know why that is?" And I went, "No." He said, "You see anybody walking in the halls?" And I went, "No." He said, "You're the only one. They're all in their bed. They're going to be in pain. You're going to be good because you're doing the right thing. You keep on walking." At 5:30, I got to walk. I didn't want to walk, but I know I didn't want gas either. So I got up and I walked, and I kept saying to myself, "And she creeps. Yeah, yeah." Sorry, I can't sing, but TLC reference, you guys probably know it. I was creeping. I was creeping. The second day, unfortunately, was not as nice as the first day. They switched me from morphine, IV medicine to Tylenol, codeine. I don't know if that made a difference, but I was uncomfortable a good chunk of the day, and I was looking for that medication every 4 hours. I remember thinking, this is a little bit harder. I am a little bit out of this. On the third day, they from 5 o'clock in the morning, every day, but 5 o'clock in the morning to 9, we had a doctor coming in every hour to see you, a surgeon, to look at my stitches, to talk to me real quick and leave. And I told them I was leaving at 11. And at 11, they came in, hooked my IV, and hooked the boot from that massaged my foot, and told me I was on my way. They put a script in my file, filled my prescription, and I was ready to go home. I told you the medications I had. I had the IV morphine for the first day, and then I had the Tylenol codeine liquid for the other 2 days. Let's see. My goals are to lose weight, lose 5 pounds this week. So far, I'm 2 and change, so I'm getting close to that. Trying to think of what else is happening. That's about it. Let's see. The song that I'm going to channel today is Creep by TLC. It was written in 1995. And because, yep, that's just what I was doing. And unfortunately, I can't sing, so I can't sing it to you. And the quote I'm going to show you today is called JS's Bella. And it is a combination of a couple of patterns from the author. Her name is Norah McKeeking. and of Italian mosaic floors. And you've seen this quilt before. It was in Harry Potter when he went to court, and yeah, I'm one of those Harry Potter buff, I'm sorry. And so you'll see it on the floor there. And then I also saw it in Twilight when they went to the Italian vampire's mansion. Don't judge me, please. Don't judge me. Well, that's all for now. Have a great day, a great week, and I'll be looking for your videos. Bye.